UFC belt with me. Who's ready to bet on UFC? Me, that's who. So I'm going over UFC 320, and I'm going over the best bets, the best picks, the best predictions. And like always, I'm going to let you guys know how to make some money, man, gambling on UFC. Now, look, we got a big main event between Alex Pereira and Ankalaev on a rematch for the title fight. Now, we got a co-main event, another title fight. Merab Dvalishvili taking on Corey Sandhagen, defending his belt. Merab is, man. Now, we got some good fights to talk about besides that. Prochazka is taking on Khalil Rountree. Now, last week, how'd you guys do? We killed it over here. We went 10-2 on our predictions, man. We only got the Neil Magny fight wrong and the Kobe Thickness fight. Besides that, 10-2. Had a lot of dogs that cashed for you guys. It was my first gut read, and we stuck to it, and we made some money out there, man. But like always, let me know what you guys best bet this week, man. Who you guys betting on? Y'all betting on Alex Pereira, Poton, or y'all betting on Ankalaev and Still? Y'all betting on Merab Dvalishvili, or y'all got Corey Sandhagen? Y'all got Yuri, or y'all got Khalil Rountree? Let me know in the comments below. And if you guys want our best bets, our best picks, what we're betting on, hit us up on the premium pick tab, man. We got a lot of good bets out there for you guys and a lot of ways to get paid. Now, let's start it off. First fight of the night, man. It's going to be a women's fight. Veronica Hardy's taking on Brogan Walker. All right, so in this one, Veronica Hardy's going to be the big favorite in this one. She's usually a fighter that likes to go to the decision, so the decision prop is always going to be the way that you want to bet Veronica Hardy. Brogan Walker was on the Ultimate Fighter, really just didn't look good on there, and when she came into the UFC, she wasn't able to get any wins in there. I'm surprised she's still around as, like, you know, even has a contract with the UFC. And here, Veronica Hardy, clean technical striker, good cardio as well. She does struggle with takedowns, though. Brogan Walker is going to be the more physical girl. If she can get this clinched up against the cage, get her down to the ground, she could definitely win some minutes, okay? But I like the fight IQ on Veronica Hardy. She's a fan of the game right now. She's around it so much doing commentary and stuff. And plus, you know, her tutelage that she got with her husband, Dan Hardy, can't be something that you take lightly. Give me Veronica Hardy to win in this one, and I'll take her to win by decision. All right, next fight taking place. We got a good one, man. Austin Vanderford taking on Brahimaj. Now, this fight is kind of like a clash of styles, man. Both these guys are going to be grapplers out there, okay? Austin Vanderford's a big favorite, though. You know, he looked good in making his UFC debut. We were able to cash on him against Veretennikov in that fight. In this one, he's going to be taking on a fighter who has so many first-round finishes. It's hard to take it lightly and not kind of bet on him in that spot, right? It's usually you bet on Brahimaj to win in the first round, or else you take the other guy to win, man. And in this fight, I think that line is a little bit off, but I do think Austin Vanderford will be able to extend this fight. And if he can extend this fight, he can definitely, you know, maybe get the late round finish. And then Brahimaj is going to be dangerous in that first round as well. Vanderford can definitely get clipped. And here, I like the fight not going the distance, and I do think the favorite wins in this one. The price tag's a little bit off, but I like Austin Vanderford, man. You know, 13-2. I followed his career when he was in Bellator. I was able to talk to him then. You know, and he's a fighter to where his striking's not the best, but you know he has that gear, he has that motor, he has that cardio, he has a relentless wrestling style that you can get behind and stuff. But the finish, the more explosive guy with the better finish ability is definitely going to be Brahimaj in this fight. Next fight taking place, man. We got Puno Soriano taking on Veretennikov. Now, Puno Soriano, -3-1 favorite on the books. Middleweight that came down to the welterweight division. That's Puno. Since he's been here, 2-0. Looking good. Knocked out Uso Medics and won over Miguel Baez in his last fight out. Now, the work that he does over there at Extreme Couture with Eric Nixon, he's one of the guys that, you know, has that close tutelage to him. So I actually think, you know, as the fight's going, he's going to be able to rely on, you know, listen to instructions from his corner. Veretennikov is a guy that I don't really rate that high, man. He's 1-2 in his last couple of fights in the UFC. He does have decent amount of striking value. Landed 86 strikes in his last fight, outstruck his opponent by 20. He can get some takedowns, but he's not really the wrestler type of guy. I like Puno Soriano in here. I think that he can maybe get him knocked out in the first round. Veretennikov did get knocked out by Austin Vanderford, and that's not a guy who has power in his hands at all. So in here, yeah, give me Puno Soriano to get the job done. Early round 1 KO. All right, Mr. Steal Your Girl is back. All right, man. Patchy Mix, 20-2, taking on Jacob Wiklacz. Now, in this one, a lot of people's not going to know who Jacob is. Former bantamweight, you know, from the KSI promotion. Seen his fight tape, he's a grappler, okay? So you got a grappler versus grappler in here. I don't think he's going to have anything that's going to give Patchy Mix problems on the feet. Patchy Mix is probably going to be the better striker, as bad as that sounds on here. Now, what I can see is these guys both grappling and Patchy Mix coming out on top, getting the sub in here. Patchy Mix, yes, man, he lost last fight against Mario Bautista, but that's a tough matchup for anybody to face in the division, I think, especially just at that high caliber level. You know, we've seen Patchy Mix beat people like this plenty times before. Now, Jacob, looking at his fight tape, man, in KSI, he fought this one guy like multiple times, man. They just fought tooth and nail. They fought about 4 or 5 times, I want to say, out there. So when you look at his record, he's a decent, he has a decent fight resume, okay? He's not just fighting cans, so I'm not going to say that. And he was able to get that belt, you know, and defend it a couple of times in that promotion. But Patchy Mix, compared to Jacob, it's going to be a get-right spot for Patchy Mix, man. Give me him to win, and I think he gets it done impressively inside the distance as well. Chiasson taking on Santos. All right, man. It's going to be a close fight, man, but the line definitely don't implement that at all. Chiasson, 2-1 favorite out there. Coming off her last loss against Caitlin Vieira in a fight to where, you know, she just got out-bullied and out-muscled in that fight against a more physical fighter. Santos, though, you know, looking good in her last couple of fights. 2-0, wins over Miesha Tate. She's a girl that, you know, has decent volumes of striking as well. Can put everything together. I don't think that she has too many holes in her game. Her cardio checks out in here. Chiasson, to me, betting her at the favorite spot, something that I just don't really like. If she was minus 130, I might have been looking at this fight a little bit closer. But for me, from what I saw, I like Santos in this one, man. So I'm taking the dog to win in this one. I think she gets it done on the scorecards and, you know, gets it done by decision as well. All right, so the next fight taking place, man, we got a good one, but it just came together, man, on short notice, man. So when we get to it, I'll definitely keep you in tune when that short notice fight comes out. But in this one's not a short notice. Daniel Santos, a.k.a. the Alley Cat, taking on Jung Sung Yu. You know, Jung Sung Yu, 9-0. He's, Korean Zombie's protege. Last time out, he made his UFC debut, starched his opponent in the first round. Against a lower level opponent, I'm not taking that too highly because that's what you're supposed to do. But it seems like he checks out, man. He's the underdog in this fight, taking on Daniel Santos, 12-2. Man, this guy just shows up and gives you a war, fight of the night potential and all. You know, his striking is good. He's going to be the better wrestler out here, grappler as well, higher finishability as well. This is the thing, though. It seems like he pulled out of so many fights to where when he does show up, you really don't know what you're going to get because he canceled so many fights as of late. In this one, I got to go with the dog in this one, man. I like the power and the upside of him. I think if he can stuff the takedowns and keep this on the feet, he might be able to damage Daniel Santos as this fight goes on. But let me know who you guys like in the comments below, man. It's going to be a good fight between those two. Next fight taking place. Man, we got a big favorite. Basharat is opening up, minus 4-1 on the books, taking on Chris Gutierrez. Chris Gutierrez is going to be the more dynamic striker out there. You know, his patented thing is those leg kicks out there. That's how he gets all of his volume. His weaknesses, though, he struggles with takedowns. Seems like anybody can take him down, and when they do, they win minutes, they win rounds. And he had just kind of stay on his back until he can figure it out and get up. Basharat, 13-0. I like this guy in the spot. I think that this is a tailor-made matchup to where, you know, his type of offensive game is going to shut down Chris Gutierrez's game of standing around, skating around. You know, Basharat does have that karate taekwondo type of stance. Those leg kicks might pay dividends as this fight gets extended. But he has that type of style to where all it takes is once he grips onto your body, he's not letting go. He's probably going to get you down to the ground and, you know, not going to do too much ground and pound, but he's definitely going to win minutes on the ground. So, man, I like Basharat a lot. And, you know, I bet Chris Gutierrez a lot, but this is a spot to where I think it's tailor-made for the offense and game plan of Basharat. Don't forget, these guys been, you know, training with some of the better fighters out there. And some people kind of, you know, forget about him because his brother has been losing and stuff. And, you know, maybe some of these guys' performances are not just, you know, performances that just blow you away, and he's out there finishes opponents. But overall, I think his fight IQ checks out, and I like his technique and everything. I think he's gonna win by decision as well, man. So go ahead and take Farad Basharat to win by decision. All right, next fight taking place. Emmett Shahbazyan taking on Muniz. Emmett Shahbazyan is going to be the favorite here. Talk about a class of style. You got a striker in Shahbazyan, a grappler, and Muniz. Muniz, though, man, he's a guy to where he can get you down to the ground, and he's just going to hold you there, man. And he wins a lot of time control on his opponents by doing that. But Emmett Shahbazyan is explosive, has fire in his hands. That first round, he's out there trying to put everybody out. His last fight, he actually went to the whole 15 minutes in the scorecards and didn't have to just, rely on putting his opponent out. Now, I just have a thing. I've been betting against Emmett Shahbazyan as a big favorite for a long time, and I've been making money, man, doing it. It's just one of those things. If he's minus 130, I might look at it. But in here, I do think he's going to... The way to play it is Emmett Shahbazyan wins inside the distance, or Muniz wins by submission, man. Emmett Shahbazyan, gas tank, is always questionable. That first round, he's looking good. That second round, he's huffing and puffing, not looking the same. And that, to me, is when Muniz could really just turn it up and say, all right, man, in this round, all I really got to do is get you down to the ground, and you're not going to be able to stop even the ground and pound or the submission attempts. All right, man. I'm not going against it, man, because I still can't trust him. Give me Muniz to get it done, man. Like I just said to myself, I can see this fight getting extended, and him just being the guy that, is like, all right, I've been in this position more. I know what to do when I get tired. Yeah, man, I'm taking the dog in this one, man. But like I said, that's just, I'm still the Emmett Shahbazyan. You got to win like 4 straight fights and just show me that, you definitely shook that no cardio effect, because that's something that's real, and that's something I can't take lightly. And you can't trust big favorites like that when you're putting money on them, man. Next fight taking place. This one came together on short notice, but he's still on the card, man. Atiba Gautier, he's taking on Tristan Vines. Tristan Vines is a local regional scene fighter, fought in the LFA promotion one time. His durability is not there. I've seen him get knocked out. Atiba Gautier is one of the guys that, man, we like to see out there. He's explosive, fast, power, dynamic. And man, I'm glad they kept him on the card. I'm taking him to win in the first round in this one. I don't care what the price tag is. Parlay, do whatever you want. Take Atiba Gautier to win inside the distance first round. I think he's gonna land something devastating, like a left hook or something, and just knock him out. All right, next fight taking place, a good one. Joe Pyfer taking on Magomedov. This is a good one, man, and I'm going to be honest with you guys. The line is a little bit too high for me to just go all in with Pyfer. Pyfer's a fighter that's, fast range and decent jiu-jitsu. Magomedov has power in his hands, too. His cardio is the one thing that, you kind of question. But both these guys got questionable gas tanks, and Joe Pyfer even mentioned this already. Oh, I've got a guy fighting that has a bad cardio like me. Let's see how this goes. But I like Magomedov a little bit in this fight, man. I do. I think that he's fought the better level opponents. I think that, he can stand on his feet and strike with power, and Joe Pyfer could get clocked and get hit. Give me the under in this fight, not going the distance. Usually I play Joe Pyfer to win inside the distance. This is one where I think the dog is live, and I'm probably gonna be on an island by myself this week. But give me Magomedov to win, and yeah, I think he wins in this one. Give me the dog. All right, next fight taking place. Josh Emmett is a big dog taking on Youssef Zalal. Youssef Zalal is one of the bigger favorites on the card. Minus 450, minus 500, 17-5 record. Taking on Josh Emmett, who just come out for loss against LaRon Murphy. Josh Emmett always has power in his hands. Now, Youssef Zalal finished his last 3 opponents inside the distance. His last one, he went to the scorecards. This one, I think this one's going to the scorecards as well. I don't think that he'll be able to sub Josh Emmett. But then again, I think Josh Emmett, if he catches Youssef Zalal, he can maybe put his lights out in there. I'm not telling you guys to bet Youssef Zalal this price tag at all. Maybe if it was minus 220, I could maybe see, something. But minus 4-1, 5-1 for this type of fight, a dangerous fighter like Josh Emmett, no. I don't want no parts. But the pick is going to be Youssef Zalal. I think he gets it done. But I can't feel confident parlaying anybody in these last couple of fights, man, just because the dangerous level of the opponent that they're fighting. Next fight, Khalil Rountree's taking on Yuri Prochazka in this one. Khalil Rountree is going to be the underdog in here, coming off a good win against Jamal Hill. Yuri Prochazka's been putting on win after win after win, it seems like. In here, I think Yuri Prochazka's style is going to give Khalil Rountree problems, man. Khalil Rountree kind of waits for the guys to come straight forward to him. Yuri Prochazka's bouncing around, seeing how he can hit you. And sometimes Khalil Rountree will just turtle up, and then, you know, swing back when he can. I don't think Yuri's going to be there to be hit like that. I was leaning to Khalil Rountree when I first seen the fight announced, but the more I threw on the tape and watched it and see how these fighters' styles could play out, Yuri Prochazka could mix in some wrestling, mix in some takedowns and stuff, a little bit more dynamic of striking, you know, with range. I'm leaning to Yuri Prochazka, but I'm not mad at anybody betting on Khalil Rountree. There is a path to where, you know, but this is the thing, the volume. I just think the volume, Khalil doesn't throw enough, and, you know, he'll kind of settle for where the fight takes him. Yuri Prochazka, I think he takes the fight where he wants to in here. So give me the favorite in this one, but I want to see y'all thoughts, man. Who y'all got, Khalil Rountree or Yuri Prochazka, man? Because that's one of the more entertaining fights on this whole UFC 320 card, man. Yeah, I think this is the best fight on the card, actually, man. Yeah, that's the best fight on the card. Let me know what your guys' thought. Who's going to win, Yuri Prochazka or Khalil Rountree? Corey Sandhagen getting his title shot, taking on Merab Dvalishvili. Merab Dvalishvili is one of the better bantamweights out there that we've seen in the division. 10 or 11 fight win streak, I want to say. Defending his belt now for the third time in the year. Now, at the price tag that he's at, he's definitely bettable and parlayable because Corey Sandhagen does struggle with takedowns. He got taken down one time by his partner, Aljamain Sterling, and got subbed real quick early in the first round. And on top of that, he's been taken down by multiple fighters without the pedigree of Merab. But Merab saying that he wants to go out there and strike. We got a dynamic striker, fast striker in Corey Sandhagen, and a good wrestler, good grappler with Merab Dvalishvili. Now, I think Corey Sandhagen can mix this up and actually go for takedowns on Merab. When I seen Merab taken down before against fighters like Cody Stamann and stuff, it wasn't good. I seen him lose multiple rounds, you know? And so I think if Corey Sandhagen comes in here on his offensive game and just goes out there and flows and doesn't worry about what's coming back or tries to get taken down, I can see Corey Sandhagen win 2 rounds on here, man. Yeah, man, he's going to have the advantage in the striking as well. I was so close to leaning to Corey Sandhagen just, but it's Merab, man, and I've never went against him and I never lost with him in the last 4 or 5 years, I want to say. Give me Merab to win, but there's value on Corey Sandhagen, and I think this is going to be a way closer fight. And I think Corey Sandhagen has a lot of problems for Merab in this fight compared to any of the other fighters as well. Because that height and reach, and if he just goes out there and goes for the wrestling as well and doesn't get reversed, we could definitely see some entertaining rounds between the two. Let me know who you guys got though. Main event time. Alex Pereira is taking on Magomed Ankalaev, man. I got to see Magomed Ankalaev fight live against Jan Blachowicz in that fight. And we walked out in the 5th round. And then they said it was a draw. That's that story for y'all. All right, man. Alex Pereira, though. We had Magomed Ankalaev the first time they fought, -110. Smash spot of the year. Easy money made. Now in here, he's a 2-1 favorite, Magomed is. And I think he covers that price tag. But I think Alex Pereira is going to be a lot more explosive in this fight. I think he's going to come out here, you know, and try to go out there with his A game, his offense. Last time out, he was on the back foot. He was getting backed up the whole fight and didn't get to come forward with any pressure in here. I think he's going to kind of go out there and see what happens. And I think with that being said, this fight is not going the distance in here. Now, I think both these guys got a little bit more beef of each other. You know, before there was just the fight to make. You said you wouldn't fight me, now or what? Now I've seen these guys talking, you know, in between interviews and media clips. And both these guys kind of want to go out here and finish the next guy. So I like the fight not going the distance, man. I'm not betting on Alex Pereira in this fight at all, man. I think Magomed Ankalaev is the rightfully side. But when I'm parlaying stuff, I don't want to parlay or bet a fighter that I know, man, that other guy he's fighting, the dangerous, the knockout finish ability is there. I'd rather, you know, parlay somebody to where I know, all right, the only way that he can maybe lose is by a decision. going against Alex Pereira, he can knock anybody else out. He could lose by that way. So, be cautious, be very wary. But the pick is also going to be Magomedov Ankalaev, and still, I definitely think he has enough to get it done. All right, man. Now, we went through the whole card for you guys on ways to get paid. Now, let's go ahead and give you guys a parlay. All right, the parlay to get you paid, I'm going with Farad Basharat, and I'm taking Farad Basharat, man, and give me Gautier, man. Yeah, give me those two, man. The most two confident picks on the card, man. Can't lose, bulletproof. All right, man. Millz Young here, part of Pick Dawgz. UFC bet with me. We just went over the whole UFC 320 card. Like and subscribe so you know when we go live.